Yes, here's going to be. Suppose it happens to everyone around this time of year. Why it even happened to Ebenezer Scrooge in triplicate? But I suppose I'm getting ahead of the story. Let's begin by dropping in on Scrooge at his office, a friendly neighborhood money lending institute called Scrooge and Marley Limited. It was late in the afternoon on one very special Christmas Eve.
37, 38. Keep your eyes on your work, Cratchit.
Yes, sir. Merry Christmas, Uncle Ebenezer.
Ah, humbug. Save me from Christmas.
Uncle, Christmas is a humbug. Do you really mean that?
Oh, yes, I do. My Christmas. Reason you have to be married. You're poor enough.
Well, then what reason do you have to be miserable? You're rich enough.
Ah, there's no such thing, only poor enough.
Don't be angry, Uncle.
What else can I be? When I live in a world of fools blabbering Merry Christmas all the time. What reason do you have to be married? You find yourself a year older and not a day richer. They're paying bills without money. If I had my way, every idiot who goes around with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stick of holly through his heart.
Uncle!
Nephew, you celebrate Christmas in your way and let me celebrate it in mine.
But Uncle, you don't celebrate it. Why don't you join us tomorrow for Christmas dinner tomorrow?
I'll have plenty to keep me busy here at the office. Which reminds me, this is still business hours. Please do enough till I make back my work. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Please think about my offer, Uncle Ebenezer. You're always welcome. I don't feel like you could use a day off.
Good afternoon.
Merry Christmas to you, Uncle, and to you and your family, Bob Cratchit.
Good afternoon.
Happy New Year to all.
Good afternoon.
Scrooge and Marley, I believe. Good afternoon, sir. We have the pleasure of being Mr. Scrooge and Mr. Marley.
Mr. Marley's been dead for 7 years. In fact, he died 7 years ago, this very night.
No doubt, his generosity is well represented by the surviving partner. Mr. Scrooge, at this festive season of the year, some of us are gathering donations to help the poor. What can we put you down for, sir?
Nothing, sir.
You like to name anonymous?
I like to be left alone. I don't make myself Merry Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry. My taxes help support the prisons and workhouses. They already cost more than they're worth, and those who are badly off can go there.
I'd rather die than go there.
They'd rather die than better do it. Decrease the surplus population. Good afternoon, gentlemen. And I suppose you want the day off tomorrow, eh, Cratchit?
If it's convenient, sir.
It's not convenient. It's not fair.
Well, it is only once a year.
That's a poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. I give you one Christmas day off and you expect them all. But I suppose I must just be here early the next morning.
Thank you, sir, and a Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Scrooge. I really appreciate it, sir.
All right, you can run along, Cratchit. I'll close up the vault for the night. Let's see, where was I? Kind of hate, it does have a nice ring to it though. Kind of hate to put it away. What makes me love my money? I can count on it. What makes my dark days sunny? The money, I'll admit. They say you can count on human kindness. That's all crap.
cold and gloomy that night when Scrooge was walking home that evening, when, well, anything could happen. And the first sign that something was wrong was that chains were dragging across his bedroom floor.
Scrooge. Humbug.
Scrooge.
It's still humbug. I won't believe it.
Ebenezer.
What do you want from me?
Much.
Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
You're very particular for a ghost. All right. Who were you?
And I was your partner, Jacob Marley. You don't believe in me, do you?
Not really.
But why do you doubt what you can see?
I've had a slight stomach disorder lately, and it's probably affected my vision. You're probably a bit of undigested beef or an old potato. There's more gravy than grave about you, Jacob. Stop, please. What do you want with me? And why do you drag those huge chains around?
I wear the chains I forged in life. I made them link by link and yard by yard on earth. And now I wear them forever, just as you wear yours.
Mine?
Why, yours were this long, 7 Christmases ago, and you've been working on it ever since.
Please, Jacob, you're always a good man in business.
Business? Hang pines by business. I don't seldom pay attention to it. Listen carefully, for my time here is nearly gone. I'm here to warn you that you may still have a chance to escape my fate.
You're always a good friend, Jacob. Thank you.
You will be haunted by free spirits.
Is that the chance you mentioned? Because I think I'd rather not.
Expect the first when the bell chimes 1.
You see, Jacob, couldn't I just, take them all at once and get it over with?
Expect the second at 2 and the third at 3. Farewell, Ebenezer.
Jacob, wait. Are you the spirit I was warned about?
I am.
Well, who are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No, your past.
But why are you here?
For your welfare.
I can assure you that after the lessons I've learned, a good night's sleep will do more for my welfare than you could have ever.
Let's call it your redemption, then. Rise and walk with me.
Well, where are we going?
You'll see.
Day today at school. He's so lovely. Dad is so sad. Things are so important, and I hope someone can help him. I do too. There's not much I can do. He's getting a job soon. Maybe that will help. Ebenezer's favorite visit, however, was to his first employer, Fezziwig. Here was a man who made everyone around him cheerful and fulfilled. Not with money, but with words and actions so slight and insignificant, they almost seemed to go unnoticed. And every Christmas Eve, he closed his shop early to throw the happiest holiday hoedown you've ever seen.
Who are you?
The ghost of Christmas present. Have a look. You've never seen anything like me before, have you?
Never.
Then you've never bothered to meet any of my older brothers.
That depends. How many older brothers do you have?
Oh, nearly 2,000.
No, that's a lot of mouths to feed.
Every year around Christmas time, we drop in on this tiny plan to help solve some of his biggest problems. That's why I've come to see you, Scrooge.
I can assure you, after the lessons I've learned...
Scrooge, you've just begun to learn about the real world. Come with me, and I'll show you what I've done. surprised you don't recognize the luxurious surroundings of Robert Cratchit's mansion.
Never met his family. Maybe able to see us?
I'm afraid they'll be denied that pleasure, but you can see them. Stick around, shall we?
Hurry, children, set the table. Father and Tim will be here any minute.
I'll get the stuffing.
Yes, Mother.
I hope they'll like it.
There they are.
Merry Christmas to all. Now wash up for dinner, children, and hurry up now. Yes, Father, we'll be right back.
And how was little Tim today?
Good as gold and better. Somehow he sits by himself and gets all thoughtful and thinks the strangest things you have ever heard. Earlier today, he told me that he hoped people saw him today because he's a cripple, and it would remind them to be thankful for their blessings on Christmas Day. He does seem to be getting stronger.
Pete, help me get ready, Father.
Why, thank you, Peter. And now that we're all here, I'd like to make a toast. Merry Christmas to us all, and Merry Christmas to the founder of our feast, Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge.
The founder of our feast indeed. I wish you were here right now. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast on.
My dear, the children, it's Christmas Day.
It would have to be Christmas Day to toast to the health of such a stingy, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge. You know it, Robert. Nobody knows it better than you, poor dear.
But Christmas Day.
Children, we're going to give a toast to your father for all the love and health he has given us this year, and to Tiny Tim to the health he so deserves. And since it's Christmas, I'll even drink to that old miser, Mr. Scrooge. Merry Christmas to us all.
God bless us, everyone.
Christmas future is far away. Christmas past is past. Christmas present is here today. Waiting to us.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, your troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide say. From now on, your troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy olden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, are here to us once more. All these years we all be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Tell me, Spirit, what will happen to Tiny Tim?
Tell me, Scrooge, how someone who already supports workhouses and prisons have interest in the welfare of another needy child.
Then never mind all that. Will he die?
Oh, but of course without proper treatment. But Scrooge, that'll decrease the surplus population. We must go now. It is time for me to leave you.
Wait, but you showed me so much. I want to learn more.
Remember, Scrooge, there's never enough time to do everything you want. And suddenly, it's too late.
The Ghost of Christmas Future presented Scrooge a different experience altogether. He was a dark, faceless phantom, shrouded in black and scattered in gloom, and wherever he walked. He was not. By now, Scrooge was anxious to make most of his time in the spirit world, and followed him willingly, though the phantom never spoke a word. Back at the Cratchit house, there was a small vaulted seat by the fireplace, and a crutch without an owner, carefully preserved. Are these the shadows of things that will be, or the shadows that may be, but received no answer?
I don't know much about it. Either way, I only know he's dead.
I thought he'd never die.
What has he done with his money?
I don't know. Left it to his company, I suppose.
He hasn't left it to me, that's all I know. It's probably going to be a very cheap funeral. I don't know anyone going to it. Suppose we get a group together and volunteer? I don't mind going if lunch is provided.
Everyone has a right to take care of themselves. He should be.
Who's the wiser?
Not a dead man, I suppose. And if he wanted to keep his things after he was dead, why'd he have someone to look after him? Live for himself to die alone. Well, he won't. Alright, then let's get on with it. He won't need anyone to know where he's going. I hear he's got money hidden in those clothes.
I bet there's gold.
Where am I? It's my room and I'm alive. Oh, thank you, Jacob Marley. But I don't know what's here first. It's as light as a feather and as happy as a schoolboy. Wait. I think I know some people who will never forget this day.
Well, I guess Scrooge may have really got the message of the three ghosts. Now please join us as we sing this holiday favorite that reflects on what Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge was feeling.
Holly jolly Christmas, it's the best
He hurried off to find the grocer and the toy shop owner, to have them send without anyone knowing a lavish dinner and gifts to the Cratchit family. He sought out the two gentlemen of charity and insisted on making a donation large enough to cover what he called many back payments. He even managed to stop in at his nephew Fred's Christmas party for a Julius holiday celebration. But Scrooge was at the office early the next morning. If only he could catch Bob Cratchit coming in late. And he did. It was 18 minutes after 9 when Bob tried to sneak in and looked very busy at his desk.
Cratchit, what do you mean coming in here this time of day? You are, yes, I think you are. Step this way, please. I'll tell you what, my friend. I'm not going to stand this sort of behavior any longer. And therefore, I'm going to raise your salary.
What?
Merry Christmas, Bob. Merry Christmas, and I've given you a many year. This afternoon, we'll discuss what we can do to help your family, and we will get the right doctors for Tiny Tim. And he will get well, Bob. You can count on it.
Scrooge was better than before. He did it all and more. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he was a second father. He became as good a friend, as good a boss, and as good a person as anyone could have believed. And it was always said of him that he knew how to celebrate Christmas well, if anyone alive did. May that truly be said for all of us. And in the words of Tiny Tim, God bless everyone.